Hey everyone, it's Aliya. I am so excited for this video. I've been wanting to do it for a long time on my channel. I'm going to be walking through how I built my cosplay of Casca from Berserk. I love to cosplay, I love the artistry of it, I love the craft. Casca is a character from the manga titled Berserk by Kentaro Miura. She is the unit commander in the mercenary group called the Band of the Hawk. And I figured I should do a cosplay video. Why not? A tutorial. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this. So let's get right into it. And I know armor isn't the easiest thing to build, but for me it's the most fun. I built armor for Fran from Final Fantasy XII. This cosplay was probably one of the toughest cosplays I've built. Every piece was handcrafted by me, apart from the hair and the sword. I'm going to be walking you through this section by section. Before even starting a cosplay, gather reference photos so I can get a good feel of what I'll need to do. This helps me when I begin gathering supplies. For cosplays that are more original, I'll sketch it out in Procreate first so I can get the image of what I want before I start crafting. I highly recommend this. It just makes things easier for you. So for my Casca cosplay, I wanted to go with Miura's original manga design. So let's get right into it. The shoulder armor. So the armor is essentially 4 pieces of foam. Start with a pattern for a shoulder pauldron. You can either make this yourself or check out a pattern online, which is probably a much easier way to go, especially for cosplay beginners, or if you just want to save time. I kind of eyeballed this, if I remember correctly. Take your pattern and trace it onto EVA foam. 3 to 5 millimeters is usually good for this. Use a heat gun or a hairdryer and shape the pauldron so it's round. Cover everything in 2 to 3 layers of Mod Podge. And after that dries, cover the whole thing in matte black paint, just regular matte black paint. I found that if you switch the steps for the Mod Podge and the black paint, it doesn't really make a difference as far as I can tell. Spray everything in a layer of dark silver spray paint. After that dries, weather the creases with a bit of black paint. I absolutely wouldn't skip this step. For the lower part of the shoulder armor, I cut out 3 arrow shapes. Cut them each down the middle. And hot glue them together to give them a pointed center edge. Use googly eyes, just regular googly eyes, or plastic craft jewels, and glue them to the sides to imitate a metal bolt. So the top of the armor that covers the top of the shoulders is going to get connected to the bottom portion with a bit of elastic. Next segment, the chest and the back armor. Originally, I used the classic method of duct taping and cling wrapping my chest and waist, but that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to look. I used this amazing pattern by Kamui Cosplay. I highly recommend her patterns. She's very talented cosplayer. Just print out the pattern as per the directions, trace the pattern out onto some EVA foam, cut out the pattern as per the directions to 5mm or 6mm EVA foam thickness for this. Glue pieces together with hot glue or contact cement. I've never used contact cement personally in cosplay, so I just use hot glue. It works fine for me. As you can see here, I've Sharpie labeled each piece of the EVA foam so it can be glued together properly. I added some detailing with a thin black foam and googly eyes and glued it to the chest piece. This is when you're going to want to cover everything in 2 to 3 layers of Mod Podge, and then a layer of black paint, and then of course spray it with silver spray paint. Also remember to weather the chest piece with some black paint just so it looks contoured and battle worn. I used the Casca reference images to get a picture of how I want to detail it. Remember to also reinforce the armor by gluing strips of thin EVA foam to the areas of connection. This is super important. I just want extra support. Do this for the front piece of the armor and the armor that's going to be on your back. When putting on the pieces of armor, use a strip of elastic to use as shoulder straps. Another important piece of advice about this cosplay is that you're going to want to connect the shoulder armor to the chest armor. So I did this by gluing some Velcro to that piece of elastic over the shoulder and gluing another piece of Velcro to the underside of the shoulder armor. This way you can attach it to your body and you're not going to have to worry about it slipping off or falling off during conventions, which is very annoying. I have a strip of Velcro here too to connect the front. I also added a thin belt that I had in my closet around the waist. I used a googly eye in the center and hot glue on the outside. The scarf. So the scarf is extremely simple. All you're gonna need to do is get a long piece of fabric and sew the ends together, okay? To make an infinity scarf. One big fabric loop. I'm not an expert sewer, but you know, this was super easy for me. It's gonna look like this. This is where you have the option of making the sigil for the band of the hawks. I lost mine. I have no idea where mine went. It's just a piece of foam with a thin piece of foam layered on top of it with the band of the hawk sigil. Pin it into your armor piece right over this fabric, okay? And for the back, I actually made a cape. All I really need for this is a rectangular piece of fabric. I had to hide my hair. I have kind of long hair. I have locks actually. I put my hair in a low ponytail, okay? This infinity scarf, I tucked the back of it inside the hair tie so you couldn't see my hair. And then I put the cape underneath that, and it worked out just fine. I can link the wig. It was from Amazon. Casca has an orange shirt in the manga. I went to my local thrift store. I bought, you know, the first orange long shirt I could find, and then for my pants, I wore black stockings. I put on red thigh-high socks and red flat shoes. I opted for the socks instead of just wearing boots because it was really comfortable. Anyone who's cosplayed at a convention before knows that it's not always the most comfortable experience walking around in a full cosplay, so yeah, this was a perfect substitution for me. I covered the shoe with a bit of red painted foam. It was just like a piece of foam over the shoe to make it look more like Casca's, but I don't think that's very important. If you have red high boots that are flat and comfortable, I would just wear those. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I am so happy to provide this information. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer them in the comments. Let me know if you want me to do more of these. Let me know if you want to see more cosplay tutorials. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. That's where I post all of my cosplays. I'm streaming on Twitch as well. You can follow me there. I'm just so happy to have you here and craft with me. It is a joy. And remember, cosplay is for everyone. You're welcome here. Have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see you in the next video. See you later.